Let's talk about diets. If your diet has a name, like keto, for example, then it's a marketing machine. It's not interested in your health. The truth about food and dieting and weight loss is that if you eat a nutritious diet, eat well, you don't have to worry about your weight take care of itself. So let's talk a little bit about the different diets. First of all, let's see what's missing. Keto. Keto is great for getting enough protein. We need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, especially as we get over 50. It's harder to absorb protein, so we need at least 0.8 grams. 1 gram is better per pound of body weight. So I weigh 135 pounds. I need 135 grams of protein in a day. That's difficult to do. Keto meets that need pretty well. The problem with keto is that we don't get enough carbs. We have 3 macronutrients. We have protein, which it does well. We have fats, which it probably gives us too much fat. Almost certainly, depending on how you're using it, eating too much fat. But the third thing is carbohydrates. And when I say carbohydrates, I'm not talking about bread and pasta. We're talking about fruit and vegetables. Produce, fruit and vegetables, especially fruit, has more micronutrients and vitamins than any other food group. So when you eliminate fruit from your diet, even though I know they allow a little bit, but if you need a lot of it in order to get enough of the vitamins and minerals that you need, plus the fiber. The other thing that people don't really recognize about carbohydrates, and again I'm talking about fruits, vegetables, produce, is that the biggest user of our carbohydrates is our brain. And so we already have enough brain problems between dementia and Parkinson's and a lot of other things that are going on. Our brain needs all the help we can get, and being deprived of carbohydrates is harming our brain. So that's the problem with keto. You're not getting enough nutrition. All you're getting is 2 of the 3 macronutrients and not hardly any of the micronutrients. Then there's also, of course, there's the plant-based diet, and that's also a marketing machine. You see there's foods and products for all these diets everywhere. That's another marketing machine. And this one's particularly nasty because a lot of the foods that they produce are very highly processed. In fact, keto also, highly processed foods, if you buy some of the things that they endorse or pretend to point you towards. The problem with plant-based is like what I talked about keto, the opposite problem. You don't get enough protein. It's very, very difficult to get enough protein. You can do it. If you're very committed to vegetarianism or veganism, you can do it, but it's very difficult to get enough protein that you need. And there are some kinds of protein or amino acids and other things you get in meat that you don't get in plants. So there's a bit of an issue there on that one. And then there's intermittent fasting, which is one of my pet peeves right now. It isn't forced to fast once a month. There's no doubt about it. Maybe once a month. And certainly we should go 10, 12 hours at night without food. But where does I eat? We eat for energy. We eat for fun. I for one, cranky if I don't get enough to eat. And our brain needs enough to eat, often needs the nutrition. So it's difficult to get enough protein, enough nutrients from fruits and vegetables, and it's hard to get enough of anything if you're eating once or twice a day, going most of the day without having food, and your energy levels will be low. And here's something you can't get around, even though they say there's studies that prove it's not true. It just can't get around this, and that is that if you don't get enough calories, it puts your brain into it. It makes your brain think you're starving, and it reduces your metabolism and drops your metabolism. Nobody means that brief. So those are just the 3 popular ones there right now, but all of them lack nutrition. So again, here's the big secret. If you eat highly nutritious food frequently, you won't need a diet. The weight will take care of itself. The reason people gain weight, the reason is because of too much processed food. Flour, sugar, processed food, sodas, those are the problem things. And all of these diets, typically these diets will eliminate those things. If you eliminate bread and sugar, flour and sugar, and processed food, everybody will lose weight. And so that's all we need to do with that. So think about what you're eating. Try for 800 grams of produce. That's about 1.75 pounds of produce every day. Eat lots of protein. Eat 4, 5, 6 times a day. And you'll see your weight will just melt off. It's hard to think big if you don't get enough nutrition. So follow us for more tips on how to think big, how to eat right, how to be better educated, more spiritual, all the things that make life work. We have lots of help for you in finances, in how to eat right, how to move, how to educate yourself, how to do well in your business. So if any of this resonates with you, please follow us on Think Big Workshops. And if you have comments or questions, we'd certainly love to hear them.